So even though you think things are going well, your movies are making billions of dollars, you got all this money, all this great success, and yet Disney still has to fight in order to even keep the characters that are making them billions of dollars. Think about that. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel once again. I am Robert Storms. As always, if you're finding me for the very first time, please be sure to click that like and subscribe button. That way you guys can stay up to date on all future content here on the channel. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, recently Disney's kind of been like they're in a lawsuit right now trying to keep the characters of Spider-Man and Iron Man and these characters that make them billions of dollars because the artists are trying to sue Disney for I guess rights to their characters, saying that they created the characters. Right now, Disney, the headlines are Disney sues former Marvel artists over Iron Man and Spider-Man rights. We're talking about Steve Ditko, who helped co-create Spider-Man, and Jack Kirby passed away. But this is an ongoing thing that's always been happening. We have seen this a lot, especially in the last 10 to 15 years, where these comic book artists and creators are suing the main companies, whether it be Marvel, DC, even Image Comics, in order to get the rights to their characters. There's a documentary right now, it was on Netflix at one point, I believe, or the DC Universe app, back when that was around, called, it was the Bill Finger, with Batman. He co-created Batman, not just Bob Kane, but yet he never got any credit for it. We also got this with the same thing with the Superman creators, and it was eventually settled later on. I do not think that the artists of Spider-Man and Iron Man are going to win this battle. I just think there's too many moving pieces, because when comic book artists especially back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and even 70s, they created the characters for the corporation. It wasn't create your own characters and you own that IP. You create a character, it now belongs to that company. And that doesn't seem right, but unfortunately, that's how it is. You are an artist that is basically freelance for the most part. So a lot of these artists that created these characters, it was the company character. It wasn't until 90s when Todd McFarlane and Robert Liefeld and all these great, Jim Lee, went over, created Image Comics, and they made their own comics and they own characters. Like, they created Spawn, Savage Dragon. Robert Kirkman went over to Image and created Invincible, Walking Dead, and owned those characters. Whereas if Todd McFarlane would have created someone like, for instance, Todd McFarlane helped create Venom. He created Venom, and he doesn't own the rights to that. He doesn't. It's a Marvel character, so I don't see this really going that far in terms of the artists and creators of these characters. Stan Lee, of course, passed on. We see always Stan Lee has co-producing credits because it's his characters. So I just feel like they're probably going to give these artists maybe some credits. Maybe they'll even settle outside of court, give them a decent amount of royalties and money, and that's pretty much going to be the end of it. Marvel Studios isn't going to lose the rights to Iron Man or any of that. I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's going to be settled out of court because this type of thing happens all the time. All the time. So I don't think it's anything for us to worry about. So, that's all I have to say. But I think it's okay. We don't have to worry. Jimmy, are you worried? That man's worried about every damn thing, but I'm not worried. I want to know what you guys think. Be sure to leave your comments in the comment box below. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and until next time, as always, I am Robert Storms, and that's my opinion. Later, guys.